Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the cave where the boys can't behave. God, that was really stupid.
That's about as
That
rough.
sounded way better when it was in my head before it came out of my mouth.
Start keeping thoughts in your head because that was fucking terrible. And
That
I'm
shit
crack.
made me physically cringe when it came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get going with the show.
Welcome to the
Move
cringe
past that
cavern.
one. Welcome back to What You Know That Just Ain't So. Pretty much, actually. Might as well just start calling the show that. Well,
I don't know.
maybe
about
not.
that.
Based on that response. That's all right.
Yeah.
Today, drink of the day, people. Today, I have a Bud Light. What you got, Craig?
That's the first Bud Light I've ever seen in a green can or bottle.
It's a new thing they're doing. It's they were doing stuff for the LGBTQ. Now they're doing stuff for the environment. So now we have green bottles. It's a fact. Google it.
Green means go. Go drink.
Green means global warming. What you got?
I've got the yellow Miller Lite. If people could start giving us recommendations on beers that they would like us to try, that'd be great because I just don't care enough to go hunt anymore.
Yeah.
Give us recommendations on things that'll be good.
Well,
because-
in whatever you like to, because I know when we started off, it was a lot of like brewery focused, which we still do every now and then. Like last week, we did again. Oof. But it doesn't have to be local breweries. Like if you're listening, and you're from, I just realized I was sitting really really awkward there just for a second. If you like something and you live somewhere else that's not in Louisiana, and it's from a brewery in Texas or wherever, I'm not going to expand because I don't know anything outside of Texas and Louisiana. Don't ask me. We'll try it. We can always ship it, or we live in Texas, so we can go try Texas stuff. But if you're outside of Texas and Louisiana, you want us to try stuff, we can always get it shipped to us or whatever. Just let us know. We'll try it.
I gotta stop yawning. It's too early. Maybe we start filming during the daytime.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the vibe's off during the day. This is
That's
a
true.
night show, under at nighttime, like Nick at Night, where everything gets adulty. That's actually, before we get into other things. You ever notice, how when you're watching, they don't know if they do this anymore, but maybe you're watching Nickelodeon, and then, the right time came about, and it switched to Nick at Night,
Mm-hmm.
and then more teenager / adulty shows came. Like, did they have Degrassi on Nick at Night? Was that a Nick at Night thing, or was that completely different channel? I want to say for a little bit it was Nick at Night. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I thought it was on Nick, but I don't know. I didn't even know it was considered a teenage show.
Oh, dude, that show was super sexual. There's lots of sex in that show, more than Game of Thrones.
I highly doubt that. I doubt
way
that
more
one.
naked bodies, and I think those were high school kids. I don't
Perfect show
remember.
for you. I'm almost done with Game of Thrones again. I think this is my third. This is my third time watching it.
I
Shit's
finally
good.
finished House of Cards.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. It's a good show, but
Phenomenal.
God, season 6,
Ruins it.
it
But
really does, and it's really
phenomenal show.
sad because it is a really good show up until that point. But no, with the Nick at Night thing, Nick switched to Nick at Night, and then you had like Cartoon Network switch to Adult Swim, and let's see what else was there. I don't know, but wasn't it weird that Disney never switched to anything adulty, and they were like one of the most perverted networks of all time?
I was about to say, I think they just played their stuff
Under
all
the
day,
under the
every day.
table.
I mean, it's just a bunch of innuendos that they put in there all
Yeah,
the time.
they would just sneak it in. The Hannah Montana.
Oh
and
yeah.
whatever, iCarly. I mean, that they did have that iCarly. That was Nickelodeon. But I guess Nickelodeon had, what was his name? Who was the guy that got in trouble that made iCarly? And you remember his name?
Can't remember. That's that weird director,
Yeah.
though, right?
He was sick.
Obsessed with feet and stuff.
I mean, he was just like a predator. Period.
I think feet was like his big thing.
Yeah.
Because what else was it? It was iCarly and what's the other show that had Ariana Grande?
Oh, Victorious. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was behind that show too.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird feet stuff in
His
those.
name, I can see his name. I can hear it. Hold on.
I can't think of it.
Uh,
Let's just talk about foot fetishes for a
Okay,
second.
let's do it.
What the fuck's wrong with people? Do you have a foot fetish?
okay. So yeah, let's talk about it. I don't have a foot fetish. Let's go ahead and wrap. I'm not. I don't think feet are gross, but I don't have any sort of sexual attraction to feet. I don't have a problem with feet. Some people think some people are absolutely repulsed by feet. I'm not one of those. Your feet don't scare me, but I'm not sexually attracted to feet. And I wonder, is it a looks thing, a taste thing, a way a foot feels? I mean, you throw a little maple syrup on anything, it's going to feel good. But well, what is it?
I don't know. I mean, but why would you not have the same obsession with hands? Because a foot's just a fat hand.
Well, in a hand, you can actually control the tension
Maybe
and
that's
the friction
what it is.
and
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the inability,
the kind of
control.
the mystery behind what it's going to feel like.
The toes.
The toes. Some people, think about me for instance. I got real grabby toes. I can pick shit up with my feet. Like, I used to call it monkey toes, but I can grab something with my toes and pick it up off the ground and like toss it or whatever. Like I can throw a fastball with my right foot.
2-seam, 4-seam.
Huh?
What kind of fastball?
It's a 2-seam fastball. I can even throw a curveball. Sometimes a knuckle.
I'd like to see.
I'll do it.
I'd like
one
to
time.
see
We got
that.
a baseball right there if you want to see it right now.
Nah, that's my good ball.
Okay.
I know those feet aren't clean. What the hell?
They're not
I read
dirty.
somewhere at I read somewhere at some point that the foot fetish thing comes from neurons in your brain getting intertangled with your the part that controls your sex drive, I guess, and the control of your feet are very close together. Like the sexual part of your brain and the part of your brain that controls the movement and usage of your feet are very close. And some of those neurons get intertangled and it kind of forms a...
But couldn't you just
Don't know how true that is.
Couldn't you say that about anything that people think is a little weird, like any sort of fetish? Does the
That's
same
true.
thing apply?
That's true, but I
Like,
don't know. I'm not a neurologist.
You could say anything. Like, okay, let's get a little deeper with it for a second. You could say that anything that anyone does that seems off or weird to you is because of the same science or misfiring of neurons in your brain. You know what I mean? And it's like, who are we to decide what's normal and not normal? Who made the norm? Let's put it that way. Who made the norm? Let's move away from religion and the Bible, because I don't think anywhere explicitly in the Bible it says don't rub your private parts with feet. Pretty sure. I'm pretty well versed with the Bible. I'm pretty sure it don't say anything about that. But who decides what's normal and not? At what point do we sit down and go, ooh, that's weird. You shouldn't do that.
I think it's just the vast majority of people don't, so it's abnormal.
Yeah. You think like it's a consensus? Like they kind of gathered.
I know it's like one of the most popular fetishes. It's like a foot fetish.
Foot fetish, yeah.
But still, a vast majority of people
Disagree.
don't have it.
Well, I think it's because there's a huge spectrum of people who are absolutely repulsed by feet. I think that's the thing too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's probably what it is. There's so many people that are scared of feet that they can't possibly fathom that someone is sexually attracted by feet.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Like I said, who are we to say what's weird and what not? If you like feet, you do you. I'm not a feet person personally. I like every other. I would probably rather any other part of your body before I went for your feet. I'm trying to think of something that I wouldn't rather over your feet. Can't think of it.
I don't know.
I
There's
don't
not
think there
anything
is.
much dirtier. You know what I mean? Besides
Armpit?
the actual genitals. Yeah, armpit. I'd rather lick a foot than an armpit.
No.
It depends.
Hold on.
It depends on the armpit.
No,
Depends on
hold
the
on.
foot.
Let's talk about this for a second. Think about it. Okay, your armpit. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Day to day, just a normal day, active day, work day. All right, I'm not talking about exercising and sweating and all kinds of shit. Just a normal day.
Yeah.
Most people wear deodorant. Okay.
Yeah.
Most people. I say that lightly. Um, but you're not putting deodorant on your feet. You wash your feet. Some people do. And your feet, I would say, tend to sweat more than your armpit. And another thing about your feet, and depending on who you are, but you also have toenails on your feet, and nails. That stuff gets stuck in your nails. All right, and nails can get grody. Okay, and they can, and you can also get like which you can get. Well, you know what? We'll surpass that because both of these things can get that. But you got toenails on your feet, and you feel more crevices on your feet than you do in your armpit. On a normal day, without strenuous exercise, without sweat, like serious sweating, your armpit is sitting in a pair of clothes with deodorant, and it's not exposed to a whole lot of things. People, I would argue, tend to spend more than a quarter of their day barefoot before they're wearing shoes and socks the rest of the day. And so their feet are exposed to more nasty things than their armpit is. Now, yeah, they could hop in the shower and rinse their feet before you have any interaction with them, but let's say they didn't, okay? Let's say they showered at the start of their day and they walked around their whole house barefoot. Maybe they stepped outside, called the dogs in, stepped outside on the patio or some shit. I don't know. And then they came inside and they threw some socks on and some shoes on, and they walked around all day on their feet because most people ain't walking on their hands unless you're in the circus. And you're walking around all day on your feet, and your feet are exposed to your tennis shoes. And hell, you might even take your shoes off during the workday and stretch your feet out and let them breathe a little bit. Some people do that. Let's say you did. Your feet are exposed to a lot of bacteria, a lot more than your armpits are on a daily basis, I would argue. Now, I think they both are great. Great host for bacteria. But I think all in all, I know it sounds like I'm rambling at this point, but I think all in all, your armpits are exposed a lot less to nasty things than your feet are in the grand scheme of things. What do you think?
That's the most long-winded, unrelenting, just shit show.
I didn't think I was going to go on a
It sounds like rambling. That's because it is.
I didn't think I was going to go on a ramble about armpits and feet tonight.
What he meant to say was your feet are significantly dirtier than your armpits.
Yeah, that's all I was trying to say. If that didn't...
In case you fell asleep.
In case you...
We're back.
Hey, you got any 3Cs today?
Oh, yeah.
All right, what you got?
I was just thinking about all the car drivers that like, just all the different drivers on the road that I hate.
I thought you were going to start naming some fucking Formula One drivers or something.
No, I don't know nothing about that. I'm cultured. I mean, uncultured. Whatever you want to say.
I know nothing about Formula One.
Yeah, correct. But just talking about everyday people. They don't have names. They're just people.
Just types of people.
Yeah.
I hear you.
All right. First and foremost, the little smart car that everybody hates so much. The little two-seater that's smaller than a motorcycle.
Okay.
That you'll die in an instant if you're ever in a car wreck. It's like driving a go-kart.
Wait, are we talking about cars or the people driving?
The people driving the cars. You just imagine the type of person that drives this car.
Okay,
I'm not going to do any descriptions because that gets people upset.
Well, I'm going to make a description when he gets done, so you're going to get upset anyways.
Okay. We got the little two-person smart car.
Okay.
About $3,000 car. But people think they're saving the environment with it. Let's go. We'll take it back to the very first episode. Jacked up Chevy Silverado, brand new, loaded out package. Jacked up, never seen mud in its life.
Does it have a Cali tilt or no Cali tilt?
Yeah, let's throw
Cali
a tilt
tilt.
on there.
All right.
Yeah, I
I'm
hate
just
that
trying
too.
to put the person.
I'm just coming up with absolute scumbags.
Okay.
Last one. I had a good one and I lost it. You know what? Let's just go Tesla. Let's throw a rando in there. Tesla driver.
I know a few Tesla drivers who are all right.
I know a few who aren't.
Are we just going with the complete scumbags that drive Teslas?
Let's just weigh the options for each drive or each car, the type of people who drive them.
Okay. So here's what's in my brain for the first option: the 2-door smart car. Okay. You think you're saving the environment, but you're not. Carbon emission is so extravagant that there's nothing you could do to change it at this point. You think you're better than everyone else because you're making better ecological decisions, or at least that's what you think. You'd probably like to wear scarves when it's 60 degrees outside, and you probably wear Birkenstocks. I wear Birkenstocks. I'm not judging. But you're wearing Birkenstocks with chino pants, and you're wearing either a Goodfella t-shirt. And I don't got a problem with Goodfella either. I got a few Goodfella t-shirts, but you know what? I'm done.
He's
I'm
describing
done covering.
himself, but driving the car.
And okay, I don't have any scarves. But anyways, and it's 60 degrees outside, so they got their scarf on, and they probably let's get into their haircut. They probably have. If it's a dude, and dude and if it's a woman or a dude, they're wearing the same clothes, same outfit I just described. If it's a dude though, hair wise, they probably got. That's a tricky one.
Unwashed.
Okay. Yeah, because they're trying to save the environment by
I'd say
using
shoulder length.
shoulder length. Okay, I was going there, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, that works. And if it's a woman, it's probably some crazy elaborate
haircut.
shaved
With some blue in
shaved
it.
side with a little bop.
A little blue in it.
Probably shaved sides, like one side shaved with kind of a swoosh to the other side. Think of actually, if you've seen House of Cards, think of Claire Underwood's haircut, but with a shaved side. Anyways, moving on. Next, we got the Chevy Silverado with the lift and the completely souped up with the Cali tilt.
You don't know what a Cali tilt is.
And it's not a 4-wheel drive truck. That's what you said.
I mean, it can be or it can't be. It doesn't matter because it's never used.
Never used for that purpose. Yeah, this is straightforward.
This guy $5,000 rims on it.
Yeah, this one's really easy actually. This guy got some Hey Dudes on, probably a Guy Harvey shirt. He's probably wearing a
what's the other one from Buckle? Afflicted?
Yeah, Afflicted or American Fighter.
American Fighter.
He might have one of those T-shirts on. Maybe he's wearing some Rock Revival jeans. But it's a hot day, so he has some Guy Harvey shorts on, and he's probably wearing a Huey hat.
Yeah, nice touch.
And he is at least 17 years old. Actually, you know what? Since we're doing this game, he's 18.
But his dad still bought it for him.
Next up, we have the Tesla. This is easy. You're wearing clothes that you can't even afford. Probably some sort of button-down Kenneth Cole. Maybe some Lululemon chino pants. And you're wearing some I didn't say what kind of shoes the last guy was wearing. He's wearing Hey Dudes. Did I say that? Okay. Anyways, you got some Lululemon chinos on. He's probably wearing a really expensive bracelet. No, scratch that. He's wearing a Michael Kors watch, and he's trying to sell it off as like a Rollie. But all you have to do is walk up to it and look at it. He also has a chain around his neck, and it's silver, and it's made out of sterling silver, so it's legit. But he couldn't even afford the gold chain. And I'm talking about a simple chain, like you'd see any dude that's in his early 20s wearing. Or if they're 5'9", they're probably wearing one too. Then Then the same guy also has just some white, probably he probably got some what are those golden goose tennis shoes on, but for men obviously. And if you know if those are, you know what I'm talking about. And that's pretty much the fit. He thinks he's playing it simple, but he's louder than he thinks. And he's got a Tesla. And he's probably 27. Anyways, first up, I'm castrating the Chevy truck kid. Not dealing with that.
Always.
Not dealing with that. I dealt with that through the entirety of my childhood. Not dealing with it anymore. I'm probably gonna quit as a smart car person.
All right.
I feel like even though their views are a little skewed and they think they're doing the right thing, but they're not, I feel like they got a little freak in them. And I'm about it. Because you don't have to be conservative in bed to save the environment, if you know what I'm saying. Because there is no carbon emission unless you're farting a lot while you're in bed. But anyways, and that leaves cuddle. I'm gonna cuddle the Tesla person. I think that's kind of a given. They're probably an asshole, but they probably just need a hug. And by hug, I mean a big J spoon wrapped around them in an approximately 67-degree bedroom underneath a thin quilt comforter and some light sheets. That's what I got.
You're a descriptive fella.
I'm feeling real descriptive today, if that wasn't apparent. What about you?
You know what? I'm going to change an answer just for people to think about. I'm going to cuddle the Silverado owner because their dad had no love for him and they tried to make up with it for money. They tried to make up with it or make up for it with money. And they'll never experience love, The only thing they love is that truck. Because that's all their dad ever gave them. I really hate Silverado owners, though.
Yeah, me too.
Especially the jacked up, fully
loaded.
I don't want to get back into it. We did that in the first episode. If you didn't catch my rant about
I bet you can't
Silverado
even back
owners,
a trailer into a fucking parking spot.
Probably
Bet.
not. Probably not. I'm going to castrate the smart car owners because they're not fucking anything anyways. You ever notice, too, the smart cars kind of have a leftward tilt anytime they're on the road?
I have noticed that. What do you think that is?
I don't know. It's always pulling to the left. Granted, the car only weighs about 200 pounds, so it'd probably pull a little to the left if I was in there. But it always pulls to the left, and that's dangerous.
You sure you don't just need your tires rotated?
I don't have one.
Or maybe
They might. I don't know. But, yeah, I guess I'm going to quit as Tesla owner just because, hey, they already think it's
maybe
big.
An alignment.
Might as well show them.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not my best work, but I work with what I can.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
What do we?
Yeah. What do we? Don't think if I could have done any better, but
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put something on a platter for you here.
I don't know about that.
I think we've been on a good run here for a few minutes. I'm gonna give you an option.
Okay.
How do you feel about getting a little political controversial for a second?
Maybe we shouldn't.
Maybe we shouldn't. Why not?
We just go on politics. We've been going on politics.
Yeah, but this one isn't too crazy. This one's just something I actually thought about today that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
How do you feel about it? You
I
want,
don't care.
you
Do
want?
what you
All
want.
right.
Free country.
All right. He said it. So that's facts. No. Okay. So
We're lively tonight.
all right. Masculinity.
Okay.
And more specific, not even, no, specifically masculinity, non-specifically toxic masculinity will be mentioned in this discussion.
Turn it off now, ladies.
No, this isn't against anybody. Y'all might appreciate this, or it might make you think a little bit.
Doubtful.
So, yeah. Oh, shit. So masculinity. Okay, so up until about, I don't know, in the last 20 years, maybe a little more than that. I don't know the specifics. Don't at me. You can correct me if you want to, but it's probably not going to make a difference. I'm just talking. And you're listening. You can't argue with me anyways cuz it's a show. Anyways, so I feel like in the last 20 maybe 30 years, masculinity, a certain group of people have been trying to force masculinity out of the picture. Do you agree?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking. This is for you.
Oh, I thought you were asking the viewers.
No. I mean, do y'all agree?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But do you agree? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it seems like masculinity's been sort of phasing out. And that's, I mean, I'm not saying that that's a problem per se. It might be a problem when I get into what I'm fixing to say.
Yeah.
But masculinity's been phasing out. We've kind of there's this agenda being pushed by a certain group of people. I'm not going to be specific. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. A certain group of people are pushing masculinity out the door. But the thing is, they think that it's their idea, and it's not. We've had discussions in the past about how politics work, or how we are strongly assuming they work, where, well, it's not even an assumption. It's pretty well known. But there's billionaire elites and different people who controlling the wars that we're in and are controlling the way things move and the decisions that are being made for the sake of mineral rights and resources and their companies and expansion. That's how the world works. If you didn't know, now you know. So that idea is being pushed for a reason, okay? Because it kind of goes back to the idea of divide and conquer. And within that umbrella, you have fear as well. And if you demasculate everybody and you don't have any tough guys who are standing up for things and being macho men and strong and fearless and brave, you don't have anyone to worry about. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm going to go into toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is a thing. I won't disagree with you there. There is toxic masculinity. Sure. We'll just call those the douchebags. Whatever. But masculinity itself is a good thing. Like, we need strong and prevalent and proud and brave people. That's how you gain respect. People respect people who are strong and brave and courageous. Like, masculine doesn't just mean I'm going to overpower everything in my way and make everybody look stupid and degrade women. That's not masculinity, all right? Masculinity to me, God, masculinity to me is being respectful and being a good leader and being chivalrous, respecting women, opening doors for women, doing old-fashioned things and just being a strong, respected, kind individual. That's masculinity to me. So, I mean, in a sense, anybody could be masculine. What? But I'm just saying, it's just something to think about. How there's this agenda that is seemingly being pushed to move masculinity out of the picture by a certain group who thinks it's their idea, but it's not. And it's just weird to me because I think what's happening is we're trying to push this idea that weak is the new cool, and it's not. It's not. I mean, look at our country right now. Like, the current person standing as our leader. We are a laughing stock. No one respects us anymore. We are being laughed at every day. People see our debates and our presentations and our speeches from our president on stage, who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, and I feel bad for him because of it, because he doesn't. And it's crazy to me that he even gets screen time for as long as he does. But he goes up there and he mumbles about some shit that doesn't make any sense, and we're laughed at. We're not feared. We're not respected. We're laughed at. People are looking at us and going, what the hell is America doing? That's the state that we're in. And it sucks that we're even in that state right now, because we used to be respected and feared in the right ways and a force to be reckoned with. And that's how you sustain a powerful, successful country, is to be a force to be reckoned with in the most respectable and ethical way possible. As far as ethics go, I mean, war happens and war is atrocious and war is bad, but it's inevitable, and it's a part of we're all evil people and we're all sinners, right? So atrocities and things are going to occur. It's just a matter of approaching it the best way that you can. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what the best way is. You know what the best way is? You give the solution?
I can't ever tell if you're talking to the camera or to me.
I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to them, but like I'm not asking them. I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Do I have a solution?
Actually, just take the floor. I did everything I just said. Take the floor. Go ahead.
Do I have a
feel
solution? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like I was saying, I don't have a solution for what the right and wrong way is to go about everything, but like in terms of war and being respected and the right approach to everything, I don't know what the right answer is. I know how I might go about it, but like it's still going to involve making ugly decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dominate. That's the solution.
Yeah.
You want to be in control. You want to, do everything done the way you want it. Dominate. It's the reason we're in the predicament we're in right now.
I mean, there used to be a time
because the wrong people are dominating.
Yeah. I mean, there used to be a time when we would go somewhere and we'd go over there with our forces.
We'd rain hellfire.
And we'd pull out a sheet of paper and a pen and say, you don't sign this, it's over, buddy.
We're going to kill you.
And then all of us on the other side that aren't over there or in America, we're going, fuck yeah, America. Where did that go?
Except for when we spit on our soldiers coming back from Vietnam.
Right.
But
that's crazy.
They
didn't even want to be there. They didn't need to be there. They didn't have a choice.
Yeah. What have we become? I don't know. That's a great question, Caleb.
I don't know. That's as political as I'll get, but something interesting I was thinking about today, how within the last 30 years, masculinity has been attempted to be pushed out the window, and it's like looked down upon to be masculine. Masculine's not cool anymore. Masculine's not respectable anymore, and I think that's so weird, because there was a point where we as men, and like I explained a minute ago, anybody can be masculine, but there was a point in history where men were hunters, and they were the fighters and the warriors, and they took care of everyone and they protected everyone, where the women had their roles too, gathering and taking care of the children, being good mothers, and fending for everyone. No, I'm not saying anything that's incorrect.
We're getting canceled today.
I'm just saying there was a time, and were those times ethical and feasible, and there's probably a reason that we don't act like that anymore today, because we've evolved as humans. But I'm just saying, primitively, we have roles. And I think we've talked about this before. But primitively, we have roles. And in a sense, a lot of us still kind of abide by those roles. And I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying there's a reason for that. It's kind of a primitive instinct. But speaking of primitive instincts, and we'll move off of political now. Sorry, guys. But speaking of primitive instincts, fight or flight. Okay.
Huh?
Fight or flight.
Okay. You said that very weird. You
fight
said
or
it in like
flight.
one word. You said fight or flight.
Fight or flight. No, fight or flight. It's a fight or flight is a really interesting thing. So, I mean, you know what? Take a step deeper. I want to address something.
Oh, God.
So as humans, it's really it can be looked at as a gift and a curse. But if you look at it the right way and what its intended purpose is and how amazing it is to have this gift, it really is a gift. Okay. But we're the only animals on the planet who are as self-aware as we are. You realize that, right? Like
that you're aware of.
Yeah, you're right. But we acknowledge death, and we fear death, and we
animals acknowledge death.
No. In the sense that we have. All right, you ever met an animal who had an existential crisis?
How do you know? Have you spoke to them?
Animals ain't.
Have you ever had a conversation?
All right, fine. More interesting topic. You ever thought about how weird it is that we're the only animals who choose to have sex in private?
Huh?
So, y'all ever thought about how when we have sex, we tend to do it privately, out of the view of someone else, unless you're a cuck. But like we not hide, but we mate privately, right? All other animals on the planet mate anywhere, anytime, doesn't matter, in front of whoever, doesn't matter, right? But we hide. And even if we get a little adventurous and we go and have sex in public places.
Don't look at me when you're talking about
And we
this.
go and have sex in public places.
Not us.
We still hide. You know what I mean? We're still not doing it in front of people.
Yeah.
But it's still exciting that we're doing it in a public space
It's probably
where someone could potentially catch us.
Probably because it's frowned upon, and
but
you'd
why?
probably be arrested if you
why?
were caught having
That's
sex
what I'm
in
getting at.
public.
Why is that? Why is it that? Is it because of the self-awareness that I was talking about?
I think it's the nudity part.
Or is it the fact that the world is so sexualized and perverted today that animals mate because it's a part of life and to reproduce,
and we don't.
And we do, but at the same time, everyone has the amount of perversions and fantasies and things today that exist, and kind of goes back to our foot fetish talk. It's crazy,
incredible.
You could Google anything that you're interested in. You could hop on Google and probably find a video of people imitating it. And I was talking or acting it out. And I was having a conversation.
You're acting what out?
Like your fantasy. Like if there's something that you like say you fantasized about having sex with your teacher. Okay. You could find a porno of someone having sex with their teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything you can think of. Any freaky fantasy or weird perversion that you have, you can find it. That's the crazy thing. Like, sex to us isn't a way of reproducing and romantic as it used to be and as it's intended. You know, now it's just a thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And I think that's where the difference lies. But it's interesting. There's ladies, correct me if I'm wrong.
You're really just tugging the line this week.
I don't care, man.
For us, we're ready to be done.
No, it ain't. This ain't cancel worthy. There's cancel culture's fake.
I'm sending emails to our producers right now.
Okay,
get me a new host.
You don't have to agree or disagree, but I'll tell by your mannerisms after I say this that
you're saying that
you know what I'm saying. When it comes to sex,
disagree.
Women tend to like more aggressive physical behavior during sex.
All right. We're not talking about this.
Yes,
Show's over.
No. Yes, we are.
What time is it? Time to go.
And I learned about something.
From who?
That I'm not disclosing any names.
I want names.
But I learned about something, and this might sound just as crazy to you as it did to me.
It does.
If you're a lady, maybe you're going to go, "Oh, I love that."
Why are we talking about this?
But I learned about something. This is crazy. All right? And
crazy.
I would be lying to you if I said that someone hasn't asked this of me. It's called consensual, non-consensual. You know what that means? Do you have an
Rape?
idea?
Sounds like rape.
It is consensual rape.
Okay, well, we're done having this conversation. Never had anybody ask me to do that.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's a thing, brother.
I have had someone ask me to punch him in the face.
I've had that too.
That's very weird, but
that is-
consensual
yeah.
rape, never heard
But
of
I
it.
think we can agree that most women like to have, like, I don't know, in a lot of my experience, women like to have at least a hand touching their throat area.
Okay.
But moving on, that's a thing.
We all know it's a thing.
And
Everybody listening knows it's a thing.
not
We don't have to bring it up.
Listen, I did not do it. Okay.
Ever?
No, the consensual, non-consensual. We're
oh,
moved past the throat.
Oh, okay.
The throat thing.
We're back to rape.
We're back.
I'm glad you didn't
But
do it.
this is the thing. I did not do that.
Did y'all just have regular?
Did not. I'm sorry. I did not.
Did y'all just have regular?
Just regular consensual sex.
How do you know?
I said.
How do you know during she was like in her brain? I don't consent.
Yeah.
So you did it anyways. What if?
Damn it!
What if in her
I
brain?
didn't think of it like
what
that.
if in her brain she was saying no? Just to spite you.
No, she should have said it to me.
Okay.
But anyways, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what's crazy though? Is that
everybody-
we can just throw stupid terms around. That's crazy to me because there's no such thing as consensual, non-consensual rape. That makes no fucking sense. What do you call that?
Well,
That's
that's why-
basically a double negative.
Double entendre.
Yeah,
or
something
whatever.
like that. I don't know. Double
Or,
negative.
yeah,
it's
double
something
negative.
bullshit. I don't know.
But two negatives cancel each other out. Two negatives make a positive.
Anyways,
No, but
like the English.
I think that's why it's called consensual, non-consensual, not consensual rape.
Consensual, not that's fucking saying. I
But
consent,
just
but I
think
don't.
just
that
think
makes
about
no
that.
sense.
Just think about going up to someone and say,
That's
"I
like
want you to consensually have non-consensual sex with me." You cool with that? Wait a minute. So
Yeah, no,
what does
not
that
doing
mean?
that.
Like I'm gonna be
You're gonna be screaming no
I'm
the
gonna
whole
be
time.
undressing you, and you're gonna be going no the whole
Yeah.
time. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know what sick,
I don't know.
weird person decided to come up with that term. You know, English doesn't even have meaning anymore. Like, we could just say anything. And we can say, this means that, and that means this, and it doesn't matter. English is just fucking out the window.
And you know what?
Our words mean nothing.
You're right. They never have.
Consensual, non-consensual sex. That means nothing.
Yeah.
That makes nothing. I hate this country at this point.
Yeah.
I say
Anyways.
this country, I just hate people.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are so stupid. I want to know the person who coined that term.
You know, and that segue, that's a perfect segue into my pet peeve today. My pet peeve today is the human race just making up shit just to have a name for it. Why does everything have to have a name? You know what I mean? Like, why do we have to come up with something that we like and it just automatically has to have some stupid ass name? Like, why can't we just say we like something and that'd be the end of it? Or why does everything have to have a title or a name?
Can you give an example?
Yeah. Consensual, non-consensual. I'd rather you just come up to me and say, you know what? I'd rather you not come up to me and ask me, period. Because then you put me in a weird position.
Nah, here's the thing. Because essentially what you're saying is what the person could come up and say without saying this fucking
What's the
mumbo
best
jumbo
way
that
that they
doesn't-
could ask that?
They could walk up and say, hey, I want you to have sex with me, but I'm going to act like I don't like it. That's the easiest way.
That's
That's
probably,
the easiest way to probably ask that. But as soon as somebody says that, in my brain,
I'm going to act
saying,
like I'm
this girl-
afraid.
this girl is like going to accuse me of rape after and try to
No,
get
yeah,
something.
right.
Like, I don't know what dumbass would ever say, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do it.
because I feel like that might hold up in court.
But you could get it on camera. It's the only way that would hold up.
Yeah, and then when
Here's
you
a
get
video
done,
of
you
her
have to.
saying, hey, I want you to,
Well,
I
you
want
do
you to have
it.
sex with me, but I'm going to act like I don't like it.
You do it, and then at the end of the video, you'd have the both of you, when you got all done and finished with the act, and you go, "My name is so and so, and I consented to this whole thing." That's probably the only way you can get around it.
I'd do the old political, the political way. I'd say, and I approve this sex.
And I approve this.
I hit them with the thumbs up.
Then you say, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. But God, dude, that's legit. That's real. I can't make it up.
That's crazy.
I'm not bullshit. I know I bullshit a lot, but I'm not bullshit about that. I wouldn't bullshit about that. It's not a joking matter.
It's not a joke.
But let us know how you feel about that.
My pet peeve of the day. We've talked about this a little bit, but I've been waiting to bring it up. These Blue Chews commercials. In case you didn't know, that's Viagra. That's a new fancy Viagra they came out
I
with.
actually did a lot of research into what you're fixing to say. So
I
I'm glad
can't
you brought it
wait.
up.
Every commercial that they have now is a person that's probably our age, maybe even younger, having to take Viagra to have sex and talking about how much the girl enjoys it. If you're our age and your penis doesn't work, there's something medically wrong.
Yeah.
And you need to figure something out. Maybe go to a therapist, figure something out with your trauma. But it just annoys me that they're trying to make this like the new norm and they're advertising this for young people to need. Because once you start giving something to your body gets used to it. And once your body gets used to it, it usually needs it to function in the way you're wanting it to function.
Right.
So you're just forcing your body to need something it doesn't really need.
Well, that's exactly what I was wondering. So that's because I saw another ad and I was wondering what the hell is going on? Like, why are people in their early to late 20s being the faces of this advertisement, right? I even saw Matt Rife in one of those advertisements. Go figure. But I did research. I was like, are guys in their early 20s actually struggling with erections now? But that's not the case. It's being advertised. God.
Can
Sorry.
you stop?
It's being advertised for like a social aspect, like performance issues. Like there's this idea that you're just supposed to be completely rock hard from the get-go. And newsflash, that's not the case. You're going to be a little flashed.
You're going to be a little flashy.
You're going to be a little flaccid.
Lips are tired from all the rambling you've been doing tonight.
You're going to be a little flaccid. And that's the whole point of foreplay and a little intimacy, like to get things going, right? And yeah, there's some people who are just like, bling, right off the rip. But not all people are like that, and that's fine. Like sometimes you need a little foreplay and a little...
And sometimes maybe your body's just telling you, don't do it.
Don't do it. But there's nothing, if you're in your 20s, 30s, there is nothing wrong with your dick.
Unless there's something wrong with it.
Unless there's something wrong with it, but it's
But
not.
I go see a doctor before you start taking
likely.
some
It's
fucking
not likely. Definitely go
Viagra.
see a doctor before you just start taking Viagra. Like it's like he said, you start taking something, your body gets used to it, and then think about how potent it's going to be when you actually need it. And it's just it's crazy, man. Like you don't just deal with it. Deal with a little flaccidness, get into it, and if your dick still don't stand up, then it's time to go. Like it's not happening. It's nothing wrong with you or your dick, and if it's a common thing, performance anxiety exists. You can get so nervous that you can't get it up. That's real.
He's done his research.
Yeah. Yep. I'm an advocate. I actually go to a meeting every Wednesday. But I have a few chips.
FDA, right?
I have a sponsor. But
Yeah,
he's got the most.
You're not gonna ask what FDA stands
What's
for.
FDA stand for?
Flaccid Dicks Anonymous.
Yeah, I have a sponsor. He's rock hard.
You thought it was Food and Drug Administration. It's all a trick.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, don't let any of those ads fool you. You don't need it. You don't. Like,
grow up.
Yeah, just power through it, man. Like some people, it takes nothing, and most of those people haven't experienced a lot of sex, and there's nothing wrong with that either.
Listen, I'm a little scared.
But like, if you have done it a few times, and all of a sudden you don't come to an upright position right off the rip, it's probably because you need a little foreplay. You need things to get a little interesting, and that's normal. Same goes for women. Women don't get truly aroused until you get a little foreplay in. Like that's
all right. Sitting this close to you, having this conversation is making me uncomfortable.
Just saying. I'm just trying to help you guys out. We're trying to help.
Let
you
me
guys
tell you,
out.
when that pill screws your dick up, and you got to go to the ER and get a needle shoved in it,
Yeah.
you're going to really love your life
Just
after
imagine
that.
the lasting effects of just taking that every single time you go to have intercourse.
Bottom line,
When you're that young.
you're an idiot.
Yeah. Bottom line.
Don't take it.
Don't be stupid. Don't fall for that stuff. It just goes back to everything we've ever said in every other episode. Don't fall for everything you see. Like, do a little research. Don't start taking Viagra in your 20s. It's crazy. But if you do actually have a problem, like if it's reoccurring and nothing you do helps, then yeah, go see a doctor. But don't take Blue Chew right off the rip.
Before we conclude the show, we're going to announce our new sponsor, Cialis.
And FDA.
Cialis for daily men's use. I'm just fucking around. Don't sue us, Cialis.
That and Royal Honey. Go get you some.
Oh, God. All right. Well, it's horrible talking to y'all today. I hope I can wait another week to talk to y'all again because my whole body is in knots right now. Got anything else to ramble about?
Actually, yeah. Not ramble, but I was going to read some things.
Read some things.
Yeah, from our viewers.
No.
No stone left unturned. So all the way back to 3 episodes ago, the question was, what political topics would you like us to joke more about or speak on? Obviously, we haven't read this and thought about it too much before this episode, but we'll consider it for the next. One person said Ron DeSantis. I don't have any idea who it is. I'll look into it. You know who that is?
You don't know who Ron
No. No, who's that?
You're a political guru. He was running for
I'm
president.
not a political guru.
He was running for president. He's from Florida.
Okay.
Former Navy SEAL.
Oh, yeah. No, I know now that you just put the description. Yeah, we'll look more into that.
Boy said, I don't know who that
But
is.
why just look into Ron DeSantis? What's so interesting?
A lot of people don't like him.
Okay.
But a lot of people do like him.
This isn't real political, but
Please don't read it.
this is just an angry viewer.
With us?
Yeah.
Yes.
If y'all had an extra listener for every time y'all said something about 5'8" guys, and I said something tonight, y'all would almost have 10 total listeners. Great job, guys. Keep it up. You know who it was.
You know what's funny though is he's saying by saying that we've only said it 10 times.
Yeah, definitely more than that.
That was stupid, buddy.
Definitely more than that.
But you know what? Only somebody who is that short could come up with something that goofy.
And y'all don't forget we have those, and you can answer those at any given time. They don't ever go
Please
away.
insult us. Come up with
Insult
something
us.
funny.
Insult us, please.
That's all I ever get excited for nowadays.
The next one was, what was your favorite part? And this person said, the climax of every story that was told. Appreciate you. We like the people that appreciate the stories and the endless rambling.
We enjoy a good climax as well here at the show.
We do enjoy a good climax, and we don't need Blue Chew to do it. I mean, I'm speaking for myself here.
I won't speak.
Okay, so hold up. This person, this wasn't even a political question, and this person had a political answer. What was the question?
Maybe they can't read.
What was your favorite part? And this was the answer. I'm going to read it. Free healthcare doesn't mean socialism. It means the government is using your tax money for something other than Israeli bombs. Something that the taxpayer can use. That's the job of a real government. We agree with you. Government fucking sucks. But that wasn't the question.
And how about we just lower the taxes, let people afford their own health care, and stop sending money for bullshit?
Fuck
free health
There you
care.
go.
It'll never work. That's my response
But we
to that
still
one.
appreciate you for answering. Please keep it up. We love all answers to all of our questions, even if it wasn't the question that we asked. I'm going to save the next episode's questions for the next episode. But listen, those stay up indefinitely. You can go back to any episode at any time. I will get a notification that you answered a question, and we'll go back and read it. Always. We do not miss any questions. And if we have missed a question, tell us how stupid we are. We'd love to hear it. But yeah, feel free. We love interacting. Hell, if you don't want to answer the question we ask, put an answer to anything you want on there, just like a few of y'all do sometimes.
It's completely irrelevant.
It's perfectly fine. We love it. We love it. Shit on us.
If you want to bring up something,
shit on us. We can take it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bring up a very strong opinion. Let us talk about it.
If we said one thing that you don't agree with or that we're wrong, I don't have any problem accepting that I'm wrong. That's fine. I will say, all right, you got me. That's fine. I'm pretty open-minded, but let us have it. Hit us with it. Shit on us. Disagree with something we say. Tell us what the correct answer is. We are open to it. We will read it, or just answer our questions. Simple as that. But it's
yeah.
But anything. Seriously, you guys, we love reading them. We appreciate every single one of you. Even if you disagree with us, we still love you. Much love. You got anything else you want to say? All right. Well, we appreciate you guys once again, and continue to tune in every single week because we got the content. And if you want us to completely cut the political jargon out, tell us. But no one said otherwise, so we will do what we do while maintaining comedic value. But thanks again, and tune in next week.